Hey, you guys, my name is Kim and I am an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus. I've been with the company about 2.5 years, and in that time, I have hit Emerald, built my husband's account to Emerald, and been able to help countless people being a top 20 recruiter for my first couple of years in the business. And I have learned so much, and like many of you, probably so much the hard way, right? And so, one of the things I'm really, really passionate about, you guys know if you saw my video in the Focus February Jewel series last February, or my tips from the top from our Portugal earners call, was really a lot about systems, simple systems of duplication, and just helping people go solar. I've always been really high in the company for helping my people get their products covered. I am very, very passionate about that because I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't have gotten my products for free. I tried Plexus years ago and quit at the 30-day mark for financial reasons and because I didn't know they were working, right? Because I hadn't given them enough time. And so I'm very, very passionate about helping people get their products covered in the first month. And so that is a huge part of my customer care. And like I said, I've talked extensively about that in past trainings that you can find. But today I really want to talk to you about customer care because why I've always been so passionate about helping my people get their products covered is because that to me is the biggest part of customer care. We know like the biggest reason that people stop these products is finance, or because they feel like they aren't working. And most of the time when they feel like they aren't working, they haven't been on them long enough. And the number one reason they don't stay on them is finance, right? So I'm really passionate about helping people get their products covered. And again, I've shared a lot in previous trainings, but today, what I want to touch on is that, how important it is to help people get their products covered because a strong offense is the best defense. If we don't want people to stop the products, like we got to be on the offense day one with helping them get them for free. So it's important to know who has financial limitations on day one. So I count the cost for people ahead of time. This is biblical, right? Who starts building a house without first knowing the cost, or you're going to look like an idiot when you lay the foundation and you're out of money. It's the same thing with the products. So I let people know about, this is going to be, 112 for your first month and 121 for the next couple of months. Like, do you have 360 or whatever dollars, for these first 3 months to do triplex? Or again, it different depends on if they're doing reset and what pack they're doing, but I count that cost ahead of time. I talk about the 90-day commitment before they ever sign up in the ordering instructions. And I mention the referral link and how they can get products for free by sharing with 3 people. I am really good about this. I've always been really good about this. And I train my team to do all of this. But I found that a lot of my team were not asking their VIPs up front if they had the money to continue, right? And that they often weren't sure how to guide people through the correct use of the products, that they weren't really guiding them correctly. And that there was just so much that they didn't know because customer care can be really overwhelming, right? And everybody's coming in different. And they just didn't feel confident in knowing how to help people tweak the dose. And so I was constantly answering questions for my team about customer care and, this person, should they go up to this? And should this person's having detox with that? And like, what do I do? And so I finally decided, like, you guys know I'm all about systems. I'm going to create a new system for customer care for my entire team. And it was a bear. It was a beast to work on. It took a lot of time, but it goes all the way up through 6 months. And it has been a game changer for my business. When I rolled it out to my team in the fall, they were blown away by how detailed it was, by how awesome the new VIP health assessment form is. And I'll touch on that in a minute, and how helpful it was to know what to say to people ahead of time. What they would find from using my customer care document is like a customer would say something and then they would look ahead and be like, oh, that was like the next message that Kim had for me. And they could just copy and paste my answer and send it to that person, or copy, paste, tweak, whatever. But it really helped them save time and give better customer care as well. And they found that like what people were needing to hear, um, you know, uh, and kind of what I put in there is what people are really needing to hear based on how long they've been on the products. Because being a top 20 recruiter these first couple of years in Plexus, I've had the blessing of signing more people than most, which means that I'm getting more experience coaching people through the products than most, right? Seeing when they quit, why they quit, when they need more encouragement and all of that. So I noticed that I was doing things differently than I had started, that my business has evolved, my customer care evolved, but my team didn't really know that yet, right? And so, like I said, I decided to put my head down and bury myself in my office and with my computer and really just get everything on paper in one big document. And it took me a while, but I have everything in there, and it has been a time saver. It has been huge for retention and just in general for my team. And so I am going to share with you guys all of the messages because I am so passionate about helping people get the best results with these products. And we are One Plexus, right? And also because when I did the big series and focus February, I got more messages from y'all and comments than I could even handle. And so I was like, okay, rather than everybody messaging me like, where's your customer care? I'm just going to put the link in this video so that everybody has access to it. All I ask is that you don't change anything here. You don't edit anything. You just like make a copy of something. Or of course you can take my messages and tweak them, make them yours. But I am just really excited to be able to share this with all of you so it can benefit you and your teams. But also I want to share this because I wish I would have had this when I started. If, we know people are more likely to quit in month 1 and month 2. I just remember thinking to myself last year, like, why would we ever only check in on people like twice in their first week, which it's fine. But like, why would we only check in on them like maybe once a week in their first month and then stop? I don't know what customer care you guys have, but on our team, like what I was handed, there was a 30-day check-in and literally nothing until 60 days. And it blows my mind. Like if we know people are most likely to quit the products before that 60-day mark, or within their first, 1 or 2 months, why would we not be putting our best foot forward with customer care in that time? Like people are most likely to be questioning, are these going to work? Are they really working? Am I really in that first, like in month 2? So like if we can get them to order again for their second month, why would we drop them like a hot potato and like not even encourage them at all, right? Or check in on them. Like so just when they're just starting to maybe see what these products can do for them. And honestly, also, I don't know about the people you attract, but most of the people I attract have tried everything else out there and feels like nothing has worked. So there's a lot of thoughts in their head, like maybe this isn't working for me. Other people's testimonies are awesome. I didn't see anything in the first month. They have a lot of doubt and self-doubt. And so they need more encouragement and belief. They have to borrow our belief in the beginning. And so we just need to be like really, really stoking that fire. And they just need a lot of encouragement of testimonies of maybe people who were tempted to quit or weren't seeing a lot of results in their first month or their second month, but they kept going and then they did. So I've added a lot of that stuff. I've added a lot of check-ins. It's been working really, really well. And so I'm excited to share that with y'all. The big part of this customer care too, I think my most favorite part is my new VIP assessment. So you guys know when I came into Plexus, there was 4 questions that were asked before I got started on the products. Like, are you constipated or regular? How much water do you drink? Like, are you on thyroid or seizure meds? And like, do you have sugar cravings? And that was used to help, figure out a first dose. And probably many of you do the same. I have added 11 questions to that. So what I did is I tell my team they can copy and paste those 15 messages and just send it to somebody before their products arrive, or they can just put it into a Google form like I did and just send their VIPs that form. I do it in Project Broadcast. There's a link that says, hey, please fill this out so I can help determine the right starting dose for you. And honestly, guys, it is everything that we need to know. Like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result, right? And so I found that a lot of people like on my team, like, you have people that like, they're like, gosh, Kim, I'm so frustrated. Like I'm checking in on all my people and nobody's answering me. I can see that they saw the message and I don't know, like, did they go up in dose? Like, are they still taking the products? Like, or people are just ignoring my messages and then they quit. And I'm like, well, you weren't answering me, right? And my team would be frustrated. And I also experienced a lot of times that I would be messaging people and not hearing back. And so I put in questions like, hey, what is the best way for me to communicate with you? Text, Facebook Messenger, like Instagram DM, email, because I want to communicate in the best way for them. I even put a question like, hey, if I message you and I don't hear back, like I say, I'm here to help you get the best results possible. I don't ever want to bother you, but it's really important that we stay in good touch, and especially in those first few months. So when I message you, if I don't hear back from you, do I have your permission to like message you again? And like, there's a couple of different options like, yes, girl, sometimes I'm so bad with responding, just message me again, or, whatever. There's one about if people struggle with staying consistent. And so it's, hey, like, okay, do you struggle with staying consistent or motivated with things? And it'll say like, sometimes, all the time, or no, I'm super consistent. That's important for us to know if somebody really struggles with consistency, right? And a couple of big things on here, you guys, are I ask people, do you have, I said, I know you already invested in your welcome pack, which was like 112 or whatever bucks. Do you have about $121 a month per month for the next couple of months? So like $260-ish total to, give this the full 90 days. And here it's not a yes or no. It says like, yes, I definitely do. Or I'm not sure. We'll see how I feel at the 30-day mark. This is really important because so many times people think, I'll wait and see if I feel like this is working in my first month. And if not, I'm going to stop. That's actually what I did. My first time I tried Plexus and I quit. And I need to know that so that I can jump in a voice clip and I can say to them, hey, I just want to make sure that you are aware that this is like a 90-day thing, that it's very, very normal to not see any major shifts in that first month or even really feel like any changes at all. And I kind of explain why, and how, we can be dealing with symptoms. We have a problem brewing beneath the surface for 4 to 6 years before we ever develop our first symptom. And so it's very likely, like, gut healing is not, it doesn't take, 3 months. It takes on average 3 to 6 months to heal a gut, right? But it's not going to happen in 30 days. So I want them to be realistic. So I get to pour that into them. I can see who's already maybe not in the right headspace with this. The next option is like, no, I don't really. So, I don't really have the money for this. That's important for me to know. So I can say, hey, and I go tag them in a post in our VIP page about the Me+3 program. And I can put that below for you guys too. And it's just a website that it was been created that just has like, starting, it's basically my story with the referral program and how it works. And it gives them a sample first post or just a sample message they can send to friends and family to start. And I ask them to let me know which one of those two sounds like a better fit to them, me helping them make a post or me helping them share with some people word of mouth, because they obviously need that to get their products covered. The other thing at the bottom of the health assessment, it asks, do you know anybody that struggles with health issues that might be interested in joining you? And then it says like, no, I don't know anyone and I'm not interested, right? Because some people are just like that and I want to respect that. Then, and if they don't need the money and they don't feel like they know anybody, then I'm going to be like, that's fine. Like, I'm not even going to mention it to them again. I'm not here to get everybody on the referral program, just the people that need it, right? So then the next option is, yes, I know someone or people, but I don't know what to say. That's super important because I can swoop in and say, hey, I know that you said you know some people that might be interested, and this is exactly what you can say, or the next option says, I don't know, but I'm open to making a post to see if anybody might want to join me. Guys, the vast majority of people select one of those two things, and that has really changed my business and on my team. And so I'll also put in the video notes here, a video of me, a YouTube video of me, or you can find it on my YouTube channel, that shows my team how I send a voice clip on Facebook to a new client, or you could do Voxer or whatever, based on their answers to the health assessment. So you can just kind of see how I do it if you're curious. And that helped my team know how to kind of connect the dots with these things too. So I know this video is already a little long in true Kim fashion. If you've ever seen me do a training, you know that I pack it all in and give all the details, but I hope this is all helpful for you guys. And I always want to add as much value as I can with the time that I have. So this form has been super, super helpful. And I really hope it's helpful for you guys. Now, I will say that I drop all of my, another thing I do is I take care of people in Project Broadcast. So when I have people that are trying to get 3 people, right, to get their products for free, I found that, and I don't know if you guys are, you're leaders in the business, you found that this has happened where these people that you sign up, like, you help someone sign up 3 people and those people are stopping within their first month because the customer care is not being duplicated down. Well, I know that Sally, who's just trying to get her products for free and she just started herself, she has no idea how to lead people through these products. And unless she wants to build a business, in my opinion, she has no business doing that. So I take care of the first 3 people for all those people that are trying to get their products covered. I just pop them into my customer care campaign and Project Broadcast, and I feel confident that they are getting the information that they need to be well taken care of. But the last thing I want to touch on is that I do not just rely on Project Broadcast anymore. That is something that I noticed a big dip in my retention. I was very nervous and hesitant to switch to Project Broadcast, but being a top recruiter when I was signing 20, 30, 40 people a month all the way through this summer, and help my husband get to Emerald, like putting, 40 orders under him or me or whatever. It's a lot of people to take care of. And I found that just putting them in Project Broadcast, I didn't even know, you guys, who was who, where they were with the products, what health problems they came in with. Like, I wasn't using this customer care thing yet. Everybody was all over the place and I couldn't keep them straight. And I just, I needed Project Broadcast because it was too much to take care of that many people. And I recently invested in an amazing training with Brooke Hemingway and did her 6 to 7-figure summit out in Utah, and really have gotten some incredible coaching from her. I look up to her more than anyone in this business and have been coached by her over the last couple of months, and she really helped me realize, if you are a high recruiter too, that sometimes you just have to take care of less people. You have to slow down to speed up, whether it's putting a good system in place like this with your team, whether it's just deciding, I don't have the capacity to take good care of all those people. I want to help all those people, but when I sign that many people, I'm not really actually taking care of anybody well, right? So what I did was I decided that I'm just going to recruit a lot less. Not 40, not 30, not even 20. I'm kind of doing a hard stop around 10. Maybe I'll go up to 15. But right now I've been hanging around 10 because I know that I can take care of those people well. And I have started implementing a few things where I'm doing level 1 voice clip check-ins every week. If I'm having crazy sick kids, whatever it might be, almost 2 weeks, but to actually get in and check in, because sometimes they don't answer on Project Broadcast and they just need that extra touch point, and more personal. I'm also trying to pay attention to their Facebook a little bit and kind of be more personal and talk about life and not just like products, right? Because these people are people and they have stuff going on too. And sometimes if you're very red like me, or you're just like to the point like that, like they're people, we're in the people business, right? So I had to kind of slow down to kind of deepen relationships with people. And I also implemented trying to get on a 15-minute call with my new clients, like a wellness call, to just kind of get to them a little bit better, answer any questions that they have. And I have found that to be really helpful. If somebody isn't starting the products or they're not answering me, I see if I can get them on the phone too. And then the last thing is I started doing a gift. I give them a free product at 6 months. You'll see that in my customer care. I let them pick something out. And then I'm also doing a gift like at 12 months, like a tumbler, like a glass thing with their name on it, like one of the glass drinking cups. And at 2 years, I'm giving them like a $50 gift as well. So just some things to love on them. And this is a lot of stuff that I've changed in customer care. I hope this is helpful for you. This video is double as long as it's supposed to be. I apologize, but I hope that it was a good use of your time and helpful. And I'm just so excited to see you guys implement this stuff. Hopefully everything that you need here is linked in like the comments. But One Plexus cheering you on, and get out there and take great care of people, because it truly is worth it. And I believe that if you implement these things, you are going to see, maybe not day 1, maybe not day 30 or 60, just like the products, but in 90 days from now, 3, 6 months, you are going to see your retention skyrocket. Love y'all.